Hello everyone, it is the part 5 of the kinetic theory of gases. So let's start. First we see determination of average speed from Maxwell distribution. So what is average speed? The arithmetic mean of the velocities of individual molecule is called average speed. Suppose C1, C2, C3 to Cn are the individual speed of n number of molecules. So we know that C average will be equals to 1 by n summation I1 to n Ci. Now, according to Maxwell distribution, we know that C average is equals to 1 by n integration 0 to infinity C dnc. Now, from Maxwell distribution, if we put this value, so we get 4 pi m by 2 pi kt to the power 3 by 2 is a constant. So, we only integrate c to the power 3 into e to the power minus mc square by 2 kt into dc. So, let b equals to m by 2 pi 2 kt. So we put this value using beta gamma functions. We will do that, and now we get the value of C average, that is average speed. So from Maxwell distribution we can get this value, and we also put the Boltzmann constant like the gas universal gas constant. Now see determination of root mean square speed from Maxwell distribution. Suppose C1, C2, C3 to Cn are the individual velocities of n number of molecules. Then the mean square speed will be C square average will be equals to 1 by n summation of I to 1 to n Ci square. Now according to Maxwell distribution, we all know that C square average will be equals to 1 by n integration of 0 to infinity C square into dnc. So now Maxwell distribution, we know the value of this. Now same here it is will be constant, so it will be the value of b will be m by 2 kt. So now put this value, and using beta gamma functions we know the value of beta gamma functions. For my first lecture I will see beta gamma function. Then C square average value C3 by kt by m. So we get the CRMS value. Next, the Maxwell distribution as an energy distribution. It is very much important. So now see, the kinetic energy of a gas molecule is given by, that is epsilon is equals to 1 by 2 mc square. So C square equals to 2 epsilon by m, therefore C is equals to 2 epsilon by m to the power half. Next, again we know that C square is equals to 2 epsilon by m. If we differentiate it, to 2c dc is equals to 2 by m into d epsilon. So dc equals to d epsilon by mc. From this we get this value. Now Maxwell speed distribution law says that dnc equals to 4 pi n m by 2 pi kt to the power 3 by 2 into c square into e to the power minus mc square by 2 kt into dc. Now the energy range d epsilon corresponds to the speed range, that is dc. So the number of the molecules dnc in the speed range corresponds to the number of the particles d epsilon. So in the energy range, by replacing c and dc in the speed distribution by their equivalents according to the equation, we obtain the energy distribution. Now see, if we put the value of d and epsilon in place of dc, so we get this value, where d epsilon is the number of molecules having kinetic energy between the energy range E epsilon and epsilon plus d epsilon. Now see that this is the difference between the plots of energy and speed distribution. So from this is the particularly energy distribution curve, and this is the curve speed distribution curve. From the below two figures we observe that the energy distribution has a vertical tangent, right? This is has a vertical tangent at the origin, but thus is rise more rapidly than the speed distribution curve, which starts with horizontal tangent. After the passing it the maxima, the energy distribution falls off more gently than does the speed distribution. So the distribution is broadened at higher temperature, thus the greater number of molecules possesses higher energy. And energy distribution curve, energy distribution is mass independent, but speed distribution is mass dependent. This is the two difference between the plots of energy and speed distribution. Now, distribution law is completed. On the next day, we'll do question answers on distribution law.